What if the places you visit aren't just full of history, but haunted by the past? Join us as we explore the UK's most chilling ghost tours, where every step hides a story and every shadow could be something more. 1. Ghost Bus Tour of London. Welcome aboard the infamous Ghost Bus Tour of London, the only sightseeing experience where the drivers might just be more ghost than human. Imagine cruising through the shadowy streets of the capital aboard a vintage 1960s double-decker bus. But this isn't your typical hop-on, hop-off. No, this is a tour with a difference. A journey through London's darkest, creepiest corners, where the past refuses to stay buried. As we rattle through the eerie back streets, you'll hear tales that'll send a chill down your spine, from sinister apparitions lurking in Westminster to the restless spirits haunting old theatres and hidden alleyways. One of the most famous stories you'll encounter is the ghost of the Whitechapel murderer, Jack the Ripper, who prowled these very streets over a century ago, leaving a trail of mystery and terror. Some say his shadow still lingers, watching from the fog. But it's not all doom and gloom. The tour's clever blend of horror and humor means you're in for a night of spine-tingling thrills and cheeky laughs. The guides narrate with a perfect British wit, making even the darkest tales oddly entertaining. Picture this: ghost stories punctuated with dry jokes and witty banter, as you clutch your seat on the rattling bus, half scared, half amused. The bus itself is part of the show, with flickering lights, eerie sound effects, and creepy decorations that transport you straight into a Victorian ghost story. It's a theatrical experience, not just a tour. Whether you're a skeptic or a true believer, this ride through London's haunted past is an unforgettable adventure. So, if you fancy a night out that's a little bit spooky, a little bit cheeky, and totally unique, the Ghost Bus Tour of London awaits. Just be careful, some say once you board, the ghosts might not let you leave so easily. 2. Liverpool Ghost Walking Tour. Liverpool, a city famous for the Beatles, football, and ghosts? That's right. Beneath its lively streets and bustling docks lies a shadowy past filled with tales of restless spirits and eerie happenings. Our ghostly journey begins along the historic waterfront, once teeming with sailors, merchants, and dock workers. It was a place of hard living and even harder deaths, where tragic accidents and mysterious disappearances were all too common. Some say the cries of lost sailors still echo through the fog that rolls in off the River Mersey, especially on cold, damp nights. One of the most chilling tales from this city is that of the Phantom Steamer. Legend has it that a ghostly ship appears on the river, glowing eerily through the mist, silent and spectral. No one knows who sails it or why it haunts these waters, but sailors tell stories of eerie lights and ghostly figures aboard, vanishing as quickly as they appear. As we wander through the narrow lanes of the old town, keep your eyes peeled. You might catch a glimpse of the dockmaster's ghost, said to patrol the docks at night, ensuring no unwelcome visitors disturb the harbour's secrets. Or perhaps the shadow of a Victorian dockworker, forever bound to the place he loved and lost. But fear not, this isn't just a tour of scares. The rich history of Liverpool's maritime past blends with these ghostly legends to create a captivating tale of a city that never truly sleeps. The guides bring the stories to life with sharp wit and a dash of local charm, making even the darkest legends surprisingly entertaining. So if you're ready to explore Liverpool's haunted heart, this walking tour promises more than just ghost stories. It offers a glimpse into the soul of a city shaped by its past, both living and dead. 3. City of the Dead Tours. Welcome to the City of the Dead. No, not some spooky nickname for a place in a horror movie, but a very real and eerily atmospheric tour through one of the UK's most haunted cemeteries and burial grounds. As you step into this silent world of gravestones and crypts, the hustle and bustle of the living city fades away. Here, history is etched into every weathered stone, and the stories of those long gone whisper through the cold air. Some say the spirits of the dead linger, unwilling or unable to move on. One of the most chilling tales from this tour involves a certain crypt that's said to be cursed. Legend has it, anyone who dares to enter hears strange voices and cold touches, and some have even reported fleeting shadows flickering in the corners of their vision. Many visitors swear they've felt an unexplainable presence, as if the dead themselves are watching. But it's not just eerie stories that make this tour unforgettable. It's a fascinating journey through the layers of London's and other cities' history, where each grave tells a tale of tragedy, heroism, or mystery. You'll meet fascinating characters through the guide's storytelling, forgotten war heroes, notorious criminals, and even famous authors resting in peace or not. The atmosphere is haunting, yes, but also oddly peaceful. There's something humbling about walking among those who came before us, hearing their stories and understanding the fragile line between life and death. So, if you're curious about what really lies beyond the headstones and want to explore a city where the dead still have stories to tell, the City of the Dead tour offers an unforgettable experience, equal parts spooky, historical, and strangely beautiful. 4. Jack the Ripper Tour. Step back into the foggy, gaslit streets of Victorian London, but beware, this is no ordinary stroll. You're about to walk in the footsteps of one of history's most infamous figures, Jack the Ripper. In the grimy alleys of Whitechapel over 130 years ago, a series of brutal murders shook the city to its core. The victims were poor women, often living on the edge of society, and the killer, well, he was never caught. To this day, the identity of Jack the Ripper remains one of London's greatest unsolved mysteries. As you wander through the narrow lanes where these horrific crimes took place, the atmosphere thickens. Imagine the flicker of gas lamps, casting long shadows, the distant sound of horse-drawn carriages, and the whispers of terrified residents. Many claim the restless spirits of the victims still roam these streets seeking justice or vengeance. One of the most chilling stories tells of sightings of a shadowy figure lurking near the murder sites, disappearing into the mist just as you turn to look. Some say the spirit of Jack the Ripper himself haunts the area, unable to find peace. But beyond the grisly details, this tour offers a fascinating glimpse into Victorian London's social history, the poverty, the crime, and the fear that gripped the city. It's a stark reminder of how far London has come, and yet how some stories refuse to fade. The guide's narration balances the darkness with thoughtful insight, weaving history with mystery. It's not just a tour of terror, it's a journey into the heart of a city haunted by its past. So if you're brave enough to face London's most notorious legend, the Jack the Ripper tour promises a gripping, unforgettable experience. Just keep your wits about you, and maybe keep a close eye on the shadow. 5. York Ghost Tour. Welcome to York, one of England's most historic cities. But beware, it's not just the stunning medieval architecture that will captivate you. Beneath its cobbled streets and ancient walls lies a city alive with ghostly tales and eerie legends. Our journey takes us through the winding alleys and hidden corners of York's old town, a place where history and hauntings blend seamlessly. York is often called the most haunted city in Britain, and for good reason. From restless spirits of medieval monks to the ghostly apparitions of former residents, the city is a playground for the supernatural. One of the most famous hauntings is at the Treasurer's House, where visitors have reported encounters with a Roman soldier's ghost, a mysterious apparition seen marching silently through the grand halls. There's also the story of the Grey Lady, said to roam the narrow lanes at dusk, her mournful cries carried on the cold night air. As we walk along the ancient city walls, the guide will share chilling tales of hauntings in the old inns, graveyards, and even York Minster itself. Many swear they felt cold spots, heard unexplained footsteps, or caught glimpses of shadowy figures just out of the corner of their eye. But York's ghost stories aren't just about scares, they're woven into the fabric of the city's rich history. Each haunting reflects the lives, struggles, and secrets of York's past inhabitants, making the tour as educational as it is spine-tingling. So whether you're a history buff or a thrill seeker, the York Ghost Tour offers a captivating glimpse into the spectral side of this ancient city. Just remember to keep your eyes open. You never know who might be following you through the shadows. 6. Cambridge Ghost Walk Tour. Welcome to Cambridge, a city famous for its prestigious university, stunning architecture, and ghosts. Beneath the grandeur of ancient colleges and tranquil riverbanks lies a world of mysterious tales and spectral legends waiting to be discovered. Our walk takes you through the historic streets and college grounds, where centuries-old stories of restless spirits abound. It's said that some of the university's most famous scholars and students never quite left the halls they once roamed. From ghostly footsteps echoing in deserted libraries to flickering lights in ancient dormitories, Cambridge's supernatural side is woven deep into its history. One of the most talked about legends is that of the Grey Lady, believed to be the spirit of a former scholar who met a tragic fate. She's been spotted wandering the college gardens and cloisters, her presence felt more than seen, a subtle chill in the air, a soft whisper carried on the breeze. The tour also explores darker tales, secret societies, mysterious disappearances, and unexplained phenomena recorded over the centuries. Yet amid the eerie stories, there's a sense of respect and wonder for the past, a reflection of Cambridge's enduring legacy as a place of learning and mystery. Our guide will lead you through hidden alleys and ancient buildings, painting a vivid picture of the city's haunted history, blending facts with folklore in true British storytelling style. Thoughtful, engaging, and just a little bit spooky. So, if you're keen to see a different side of Cambridge beyond the textbooks and tourist spots, this ghost walk offers an enchanting and chilling journey through the city's secrets. Perfect for history lovers and thrill seekers alike. 7. Best Cardiff Ghost Tours. Welcome to Cardiff, the vibrant capital of Wales, a city rich in history, culture, and if you believe the tales, haunted by restless spirits. Beneath the modern streets and lively pubs lies a world where ghosts and legends come alive after dark. Our journey begins at Cardiff Castle, a stunning fortress with a history stretching back nearly 2,000 years. Within these ancient walls, stories abound of ghostly knights and mysterious figures glimpsed roaming the battlements. One of the most famous hauntings is the Grey Lady, believed to be the spirit of a medieval noblewoman, forever wandering the castle grounds in search of lost love. From there, we venture into the narrow streets of Cardiff's Old Town, where the atmosphere thickens with tales of witches, gallows, and shadowy figures. The city's past is peppered with stories of trials and executions, and some say the echoes of those dark times still linger in the misty evenings. Cardiff's rich Celtic heritage adds another layer to the supernatural tapestry. Legends of ancient spirits, enchanted forests, and magical happenings blend seamlessly with the urban ghost stories, creating a hauntingly unique experience. Our guide weaves these stories with a warm Welsh charm, balancing the eerie with the entertaining and painting a vivid picture of a city where history and mystery walk hand in hand. So if you're looking for a ghost tour that offers both spine-tingling tales and a deep dive into Welsh culture and history, the best Cardiff ghost tours deliver an unforgettable night, full of thrills, chills, and a little bit of magic. 8. Ghosts, Ghouls, and Gallows walking tour with boat ride. Welcome aboard for one of the most thrilling and chilling experiences London has to offer. The Ghosts, Ghouls, and Gallows walking tour, complete with a spine-tingling boat ride along the River Thames. This isn't your typical evening stroll, it's a journey through London's darkest history, where death, mystery, and the supernatural converge. We begin our adventure by wandering the very streets where history's most infamous executions took place. Picture the gallows rising high in the grim fog, where condemned prisoners face their final moments under the watchful eyes of a fearful crowd. It's said the anguished spirits of those who met their fate here still linger, restless and seeking justice, or perhaps revenge. Our guide will regale you with tales of gruesome punishments, notorious criminals, and ghostly sightings that have puzzled Londoners for centuries. From the eerie screams reportedly heard near Tower Hill to phantom figures spotted near the old Newgate prison, these stories blend dark history with the supernatural. Then, as night falls, we board a boat to glide silently along the River Thames, a river steeped in secrets and spectral legends. The mist rolling off the water adds an otherworldly atmosphere, perfect for spotting ghostly shapes on the banks or hearing whispered tales carried on the breeze. Some say the river itself holds the souls of the lost and forgotten, trapped between worlds. The tour's unique combination of walking and boating offers a captivating way to explore London's haunted past from two very different perspectives: the cold cobblestones and the flowing river. And throughout it all, the guide's dry wit and sharp storytelling keep the mood just right, balancing chills with chuckles. So, if you're up for an evening that mixes history, mystery, and a good dose of the supernatural, the Ghosts, Ghouls, and Gallows tour with boat ride is sure to leave you with goosebumps and stories you won't soon forget. 9. Pendle Country tour. Welcome to Pendle, a region steeped in history, mystery, and legends of witches. But this tour is much more than tales of curses and dark magic. The Pendle Country tour invites you to explore a fascinating chapter of English history where superstition met tragedy and communities learned valuable lessons that still resonate today. Back in 1612, Pendle became infamous for the trial of the Pendle Witches, a group of people accused of witchcraft during a time of fear and misunderstanding. The trial, one of the most famous witch trials in England, ended with several executions, a dark moment that reminds us how fear can cloud justice. But today, Pendle Country is also a place of reflection, culture, and celebration. The local communities have embraced their history with pride, turning stories of the past into opportunities to educate and bring people together. The landscape here is stunning. Rolling hills, ancient woodlands, and quaint villages that seem frozen in time. During the tour, you'll visit historic sites connected to the witch's story and learn about the lives of ordinary people who lived in extraordinary times. You'll discover how folklore and legend shaped the culture and how modern Pendle has reclaimed its identity, blending myth with reality in a way that honors the past while looking to the future. The guides share these stories with warmth and insight, helping visitors understand the human side behind the legends, the fears, hopes, and resilience of those who came before us. So if you're curious about history, folklore, and the enduring spirit of community, the Pendle Country tour offers a unique and uplifting experience. It's a journey that reminds us how stories, even the darkest ones, can bring light and understanding. 10. Pluckley Ghost Walk Tour. Welcome to Pluckley, often dubbed the most haunted village in England, a place where the line between the living and the spirit world feels thinner than anywhere else. But don't worry, this isn't just a ghost story marathon. It's an enchanting journey filled with history, mystery, and a little bit of good old British charm. Pluckley boasts over a dozen reported ghosts, from the headless coachman to the weeping woman, each with a tale as chilling as it is fascinating. These stories have been passed down for generations, weaving a rich tapestry of local folklore that gives the village its unique character. What makes Pluckley special isn't just the number of ghosts, but the way the community embraces its haunted reputation. Far from being frightened, locals have turned these stories into a celebration of their heritage, attracting visitors who love a good ghost tale mixed with some hearty laughter and a warm welcome. As you stroll through the village's winding lanes, your guide will bring the past to life with spooky anecdotes balanced by humor and historical insights. You might hear about the specter of a former squire still patrolling his estate, or the mysterious figure seen by the village pond under the moonlight. These ghosts aren't just about scares, they're part of Pluckley's soul, reminding us of the stories that connect us to our past and to each other. The village teaches us that sometimes a little mystery makes life more interesting, and that even the spookiest tales can bring communities together. So if you're up for a ghost walk that's equal parts eerie and entertaining, the Pluckley Ghost Walk Tour offers a perfect blend of thrills, history, and a touch of village charm that you won't soon forget. Thanks for joining us on this haunting journey. These stories connect us to history and remind us some mysteries never fade. If you enjoyed this, like and subscribe to Creepy Experience for more spooky tales. Got any haunted tours to suggest? Let us know in the comments. Until next time, stay curious and maybe a little spooky.